Many people want to support us. Na wakadama mesede. Na won't check it down. Obohu tanks bi wo. Obobo mehu all certain amount bi apeditia. Ebohu euros, ebohu pounds. Mebe fe bia no so slow or as high bia. Ni wia bomazena cost buy and send hono. Buy and send is me atwane kakra. E twene kakra ma so process ni nyina na so bia. Ebohu da obo bring up drop down menu bia ebotum ni choose the payment method they pay choose. Ni wia ni nyina na wa iska. Thank you for supporting us. Ya mention bebre.
Now, ATO Forson case here are involved with 2.37 million euros ambulance saga. We go to court this year, and I remember that I did a previous video about it. Now, this year, come on, it looks like the NDC is trying to incriminate another what watching Attorney General what's the in a way there they are trying to make it look as if the Attorney General is one. And the way all of a sudden we leak a particular audio into the media space. See, so everybody is talking about it. Now, Paul Adomachi decided to, this time around, to take the time Kakrana person. Now, punchline so that he has studied the audio. He has been able to realize that no, there are certain part of the audio they be. Into the one fan court, no, or from your Kuska. Bobazana Shevi, no business and Kavidia, we enter your comment section.
It's against ATO Forson. And that was the point about the conversation. The Attorney General is clearly saying, even the one that they have doctored. Attorney General is clearly saying that, listen, I don't need you to help me do my case. They said, then they doctor it, then he jumps. So I'm suggesting that after that one, the Japa did the voiceover, which they have imported into the thing. That is why his voice is very loud out there. They did a voiceover, and that's why the tape has taken that long. From last Thursday, when Sammy Gyamfi said they had it, it is today that they are bringing, and they didn't tender it in court. They know that the tape will not stand the test of courts. Because in court, there are forensics. And when he tenders it, the forensic experts will come and look at the tape. If the NDC believes that this tape helps their case in the ATO Forson trial, they should tender it in court. And I like what Gofedami said the last time. He said that when the case continues next week, it will be live on TV. I like what Gofedami said, and this is not the first time Gofedami will be doing that. He's done it already with the LGBT. It was on TV. Gofedami is going to apply to the High Court judge and to the judicial system that because of the high public interest in this matter, put it on television. We will all see when Richard Dapa gets into the box to be cross-examined by Gofedami, and this tape will be tendered. Richard Dapa will be asked, do you know about this tape? Are you the one who gave it to Asedu Ketia? Please, by court, play the tape. And then the forensic will come and look at the tape and make a decision. What kind of thing is this? What is this? Is that how we want to run this country? Because somebody must win an election, you bring everything down and let our children start learning deviant behavior like this, take tape and doctor it, this kind of deviant behavior. People who have been released from service for questionable character are the people that we should be looking at as role models in our society. Those of you who have young children, is that what you want your children to grow and do? People who have been released for questionable character, go and do this kind of horrendous activity and put it out there that because of politics, because somebody must win election, this is what we are doing. He will have to stand the test of time in court, and that will be on national television. Everybody will watch it, and then we'll see. You go and put a tape and say, look at your papa penny like this. Why? We all look at us up to say, look at your big man like that. And then you get involved in something like this, something horrendous like this. I said, look at your is involved in it. Why? Not just for eulogy and for political talk. He gave figures, data on why he was eulogizing the Attorney General. So under Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution, the office of the Attorney General is established. That is the only ministerial position established by a constitutional provision. So his office is established under Article 88. In that Article 88, the law says that the Attorney General shall be the principal legal advisor to the government. All actions against the government shall be instituted against the Attorney General. And the Attorney General shall prosecute all matters. And the Attorney General has powers to relinquish his prosecution power to the police, to the CID, to the customs, all of that, which is done by regulation, one way or the other. What President Akufo-Addo added today is that in addition to the role of the Attorney General in being the principal legal advisor to the government and also prosecuting, he is able also to save the government's money because he defends the government. If he's able to mount a substantial and a proper, formidable defense to an action which is asking the government to pay money, that action fails. And if the action fails, the money is saved by the government. This is what President Akufo-Addo said. Let's hear it.
The Attorney General has continued in a very effective manner The tradition under this administration of contesting every single litigation against the state and has avoided the numerous judgment debts that used to be given against the state. The Office of the Attorney General, as a result, has saved the country over 10 trillion Ghana cedis. All the evidence is there. I shall be performing a pleasant duty in a few weeks' time when I commission the Law House, the 12-story office building which will house the offices of the Attorney General and the ministry, and finally bring to an end the age-old office accommodation problem. I must declare a personal interest in it, as the building was started when I was Attorney General in the government of President John Agyekum Kufuor back in 2001.
As the president finished talking, tongues were wagging. Everybody said, what did the president mean? 10 trillion of what? Old CDs? What is he talking about? So I quickly asked my people that, like, check. Then they came to me and said, boss, it looks like the president has understated the figure. I said, what are you talking about? Understated? They said, from what we are hearing from the Attorney General's office, he's understated it. It's more than understated 10 trillion. But we are wondering whether the president was right about 10 trillion. Is it understated? And that's what they're telling me is understated. In fact, I understand that in the course of this week, the Attorney General is about to speak, and I heard on Joy FM today that the Attorney General was going to provide some figures. But we do have some figures already for you to have a look at. Now, this is NDK Capital. They were suing government in 1.27 billion cedis, not old cedis, current cedis, 1.27 billion. If it's dollars, how much would it be? Something like $100 million, something like that. They were suing 1.2 billion. They lost the case because of the formidable defense mounted by the Attorney General on behalf of government. So NDK didn't get this money. The court made a determination that it was not a correct process. It wasn't correct for the government to pay NDK that amount of money. And because the Attorney General had his eyes wide open, this money was saved to the state. You and I, taxpayer, would have paid 1.27 billion to NDK. Congratulations to Godfrey Dami for doing his work. Next is the evidence of the story. So yeah, there it is. NDK's claim of 1.2 billion thrown out by the Supreme Court. This is a matter that went all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that the government will not have to pay 1.2 billion judgment debt application filed by NDK Financial Services. That's the evidence right there. Next one is 300 million United States dollars. A company called, the name is there. I don't want to mention it as such, but it's there. You can see it's mining company. They wanted the government to pay them 300 million United States dollars. That's probably more than the 1.2 billion. And again, the formidability of the Attorney General came to play in a court. And what happened? 300 million mining arbitration claim against Ghana suspended. And this actually international. And then they have no mercy. And if you are a bad lawyer in Ghana and you're being called a good lawyer by your friends, then when you get to these places, you'll be exposed. Godfrey Dami has done it in Ghana and has done it abroad. In Ghana, we say he's a good lawyer, but we are his friends. So it's okay. You can think that he's not a good lawyer. It's just his friends praising him. But these are not his friends. It's an international court. He saved Ghana 300 million. Young Attorney General. Small boy. Saved Ghana 300 million. And then there's another one, 55 million United States dollars. Beijing everywhere. This was a big fight between the Ministry of National Security and the Ministry of Roads. One contract was terminated. The contract that was terminated said they will go to court. And they went. What happened? Permanent Court of Arbitration throws out Beijing-based company's case against Ghana. Why? It is the formidability of Ghana's Attorney General. Who is Ghana's Attorney General? Godfrey Dami. How old is he? Small boy. And that is what gratified all of us. All of us have been talking this afternoon. All the school platforms are, we have somebody who is saving the name of small boys so that tomorrow small boys will be asked to come into government. Not what Kisi Ajabi is doing. Not that one, but this one. Here is it. Again, this one we all know. This one was very interesting. This one, the Attorney General, he was Deputy Attorney General as he then was. He didn't even know about it. He happened to be watching Joy FM's news file and heard Metro TV's Randy Abe complaining that this Galamsey fight, they've just lost $15 million by some mining guy. They just go and seize people equipment, just go there and seize equipment. What kind of things government doing like that? They've lost 15 million. He heard it on radio, called his office. Are we in a suit in Kumasi? They say, yes, we said I'm going there. Tuesday, he went to Kumasi, went to the court, said, Deputy Attorney General is here, representing the Attorney General. My Lord, I want us to have another look at that case. After he made his arguments, formidability as always, 15 million saved. That is how it works. Is that another one? That is how it works. That is how it works. Galamsey fight, how AG set aside 15 million heritage imperial Galamsey judgment against the state. This is reported. This is how much. And President Akufo-Addo has calculated all this into the 10 trillion. You don't believe it? The Attorney General will be speaking and he'll be giving facts to it. You saw in the video that he was responding to the minority who seemed to be doubting and telling them it is true. I gave the president those figures. It is true. We have saved that. This is very gratifying for us. We think that Godfrey Dame has done such a fantastic job. And he has brought up the name of young people, except that it would have been nice if he had gone to Presec. You know, it would have been very, very nice. It would have been nicer if he had gone to Presec, you know, but it's okay. It's okay. He went to Presec in Cape Coast. There's a Presec in Cape Coast. And the Saddle boys, I give it to you. I salute you. Your Godfrey Dame has produced excellent results.